In the shadows where truth and tales intertwine, we find the thrilling, the chilling, the downright spine-tingling. From the paranormal to the peculiar, every echo has a story. Dare to delve into the unexpected, the unexplained? Brace yourself, for you're about to embark on a journey where fear meets fascination. Stay tuned if you dare, for stories that will make your heart race and your mind ponder. Welcome to the realm of the eerie, the realm of the unknown. And remember, like and subscribe, if you dare. My name is Sergeant Turner, and what I'm about to tell you might seem like the fevered delusions of a battle-weary soldier. But I assure you, every word is true. I've faced many threats in my time, but none quite like the one I encountered deep within the bowels of an eerie forest. This was no ordinary assignment. It was a mission that had me veer off the beaten path, far from the familiar chaos of the front lines, into an abyss of the unknown. We'd been hearing tales about a phantom predator, a creature elusive as a whisper and deadly as a viper lurking within the forest's shadowy embrace. My orders were clear yet shrouded in uncertainty. Unravel the mystery, neutralize the threat. The forest, with its dense foliage and uncanny silence, was not just a setting, but a character in this chilling tale. As an army sergeant with a penchant for tracking and eliminating threats, I was tasked with unraveling this enigma. The forest, dense and foreboding, seemed to tighten its grip around me as I led a specialized team into the heart of the unknown. The air was thick and stagnant, like the forest itself was holding its breath. Every rustle of the leaves, every snap of a twig, echoed ominously in the silence. The trees, ancient witnesses to the forest's dark secrets, seemed to whisper tales of the elusive creature we were hunting. As we ventured deeper into the woods, the signs of the creature's presence became more apparent. We found trees gouged with deep, menacing marks, a chilling testament to the creature's strength. Twisted branches formed a macabre tapestry, like a roadmap of the creature's hunting grounds. The scent of death hung heavy in the air, a grim reminder of the creature's deadly prowess. My team, seasoned soldiers all, were visibly on edge. Their eyes darted nervously, their hands gripped their weapons a little tighter. The forest, once just a backdrop, had become an active participant in our mission, a silent antagonist that kept its secrets well. Days blurred into nights as we followed the creature's trail. The tension among my team escalated with each passing moment, each sign of the creature's presence. We were in its territory now, and it knew it. It was like we were pieces in a twisted game of cat and mouse, with the creature always one step ahead, always watching. The phantom of the forest seemed to be everywhere and nowhere at once. It was a ghost, a shadow, a whisper in the wind. We could feel its presence, see the traces it left behind, but never catch a glimpse of the creature itself. It was a master of its domain, and we were merely trespassers. As I led my team deeper into the heart of the unknown, I couldn't shake off a chilling sensation. It was as if the creature was toying with us, leading us deeper into its lair, drawing us into its game. The phantom of the forest was not just a predator. It was a puppeteer, pulling the strings in a macabre dance of life and death. I couldn't shake the feeling that the creature was toying with us. One by one, my team members disappeared into the shadows, their desperate calls echoing through the darkened woods. The forest, once merely a backdrop of our mission, had morphed into an active participant, swallowing up my comrades with an insatiable appetite. Each disappearance was a chilling symphony, starting with a sudden silence, followed by the crackling of undergrowth, and then a terrified shout that was abruptly cut off. The forest would then resume its eerie quietude, as if mocking our futile attempts to penetrate its secrets. The men, once hardened soldiers, were now shadows of their former selves, their eyes reflecting the terror that had seeped into our bones. We were not just facing an elusive creature, we were grappling with the unknown, the unseen, the unexplainable. Every rustle of leaves, every snapping twig, every distant howl sent waves of dread coursing through our veins. The forest was alive, and it was hostile. The shadows seemed to twist and distort, playing tricks on our strained eyes, making us question the very fabric of our reality. Despite the escalating fear, we pressed on. The mission was clear, and the stakes were high. We were no longer just soldiers, we were the thin line between the village and the lurking menace that had turned the forest into a hunting ground. As the days blurred into nights and the nights into days, my resolve hardened. My every step was a defiant challenge to the creature, a silent proclamation that I was not prey, but the predator. I was determined to confront the phantom that had turned the forest into a labyrinth of fear. Our numbers dwindled, but my determination surged. Every hollow echo in the woods, every whisper of the wind, every disappearing comrade only fanned the flames of my resolution. I was not just fighting for my life, I was fighting for every life that the beast had claimed, for every life it would claim if left unchecked. Fear settled over us like a suffocating shroud, but I was determined to confront the unseen menace that had become our relentless pursuer. On one fateful night, as the moon hung low in the sky, I stumbled upon an ancient burial ground hidden within the forest. The air was thick with a palpable sense of dread, and the silence of the woods was broken only by the rustling of leaves under my weary feet. Tombstones, worn by time and weather, stood as silent sentinels in this hallowed ground, their inscriptions eroded into obscurity. Suddenly, a guttural growl sliced through the silence, chilling my blood and quickening my pulse. From the deep shadows emerged the creature, its eyes burning like dying embers in the darkness. It was a grotesque, otherworldly being, its form a chilling testament to the nightmares whispered among the locals. As it advanced, I could feel its malevolent energy, a tangible force that filled the air with a sense of impending doom. Its razor-sharp claws glinted in the moonlight, promising a swift and brutal end. But fear, I knew, was a luxury I could not afford. The fire of determination ignited within me, fueling my will to survive, to conquer. The battle was a dance of death, a symphony of survival orchestrated in the heart of the haunted woods. With every swing of my weapon, the creature retaliated with a vicious swipe of its claws, its growls echoing through the silent forest. The night air was filled with the sound of our struggle, a chilling serenade to the deadly game of predator and prey. The creature was relentless, its power seemingly unfathomable. But with each blow, each grueling clash, I felt my resolve harden. The weight of its malevolent power was heavy, but the fire of determination burned brighter within me. It was a fire forged in the crucible of countless battles, a fire that refused to be extinguished. As our battle reached its crescendo, I could see the creature's eyes flicker with uncertainty. It was a moment of weakness, a fleeting opportunity that I seized with a final decisive strike. The creature let out a haunting cry, its form staggering back as its eyes met mine one last time. With each blow, I felt the weight of the creature's malevolent power, but the fire of determination burned within me. The creature fell, its form dissolving into the shadows from whence it came, leaving behind only the echo of its haunting cry and the scars of a battle that would forever be etched into my memory. In a moment of clarity, I lured the creature into a circle of ancient symbols etched into the forest floor. These symbols, barely visible under the years of moss and decay, hummed with an energy as old as the forest itself. Like a moth drawn to the flame, the creature stepped into the circle, its eyes reflecting a flicker of confusion. The symbols began to glow with a vibrant, ethereal light that seemed to pulsate in rhythm with the forest's heartbeat. The creature, caught in the midst of the ancient symbols, was trapped. It was as if the forest itself had conspired to end this reign of terror. The beast roared, its cry echoing through the woods, a chilling testament to its primal fury. But the forest remained unmoved, the ethereal light from the symbols growing brighter, casting long, dancing shadows that seemed to reach out and pull at the creature. It thrashed and roared, its claws scraping against the symbols in a futile attempt to escape. But the more it struggled, the brighter the symbols glowed, their power growing with each desperate cry. And then, as suddenly as it had appeared, the creature began to dissipate. Its form wavered, becoming translucent, then transparent, until finally it vanished entirely, leaving behind only the echo of its haunting cry. The symbols dimmed, their task completed, and the forest seemed to breathe a sigh of relief. I stood there in the heart of the forest, alone and changed. The encounter had left its mark on me, a scar that would forever remind me of the thin line that separates the world we know from the world that lurks in the shadows. The forest fell silent once more, and I emerged with a tale that defied belief. The creature was vanquished, but the memory of it, the terror it had instilled, would forever be etched into the lore of the haunted woods, a chilling reminder of the creature that once roamed these lands. The mysterious creature that had haunted the woods for years was vanquished, but the scars it left on my psyche would endure. The forest, once a battlefield of fear and terror, fell silent, its malevolent secret now a haunting memory. The twisted branches no longer whispered tales of the phantom, but echoed with the remnants of a battle fought against the unseen. My team members, lost to the shadows, were forever etched in the annals of the forest's dark history. Their sacrifice, a grim reminder of the dangers lurking in the unknown. I emerged from the woods, a changed man, carrying the weight of their loss and the haunting memory of a creature born of nightmares. The locals, with their tales of the phantom of the forest, added a new chapter to their lore. My encounter, my battle, my victory, now a part of their whispered tales. The locals would weave my story into the lore of the haunted woods, a testament to the thin line between the known and the unknown, the real and the supernatural. And so, our tale of the Campfire Horrors comes to an end. Until next time, sleep tight. Before we part ways, dear viewers, remember to stay vigilant. The Campfire Horrors may have been extinguished for now, but the embers of the unknown always remain. As you lay down to sleep tonight, don't forget the lessons from our tale. Safety is but a fleeting moment in a world of unseen. So, if you've enjoyed this journey into the abyss, don't forget to ring that bell and smash that like button. Do it before the thing under your bed decides to pay you a visit. Oh, and keep those night lights on. You never know what might be lurking in the dark. Thank you for embarking on this terrifying adventure with us, until our paths cross again in another tale of the unknown. Goodbye and sweet dreams, if you can.